Same. Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Fashion Forward Marketing, how Michael Kors stands out with instant connections. My name is Kim Levy. I'm a senior client strategy manager at Attentive. And I'm so excited to be here today with Michael Kors to discuss how the legendary brand stays ahead of the curve. Before we dive into the discussion, just a quick little about Attentive. Attentive is the AI-powered mobile marketing platform transforming the way brands personalize consumer engagement. Attentive enables marketers to craft tailored journeys for every subscriber, driving higher recurring revenue and maximizing campaign performance. Activating real-time data from multiple channels and advanced AI, the platform personalizes content, tone, and timing to help brands like Michael Kors here deliver one-to-one messages that truly resonate. Over 8,000 leading brands like Crate & Barrel, Crocs, Dyson, Guess, and more rely on Attentive to deliver engaging consumer experiences. If you're interested in learning more about Attentive, you can feel free to click the link in the chat, or there's also going to be a QR code that's displayed at the end of our session today. But enough about me and Attentive. Let's get into the good stuff. I'm going to turn it over to Jordan to introduce himself. Jordan, thank you so much for joining me today and us. Would you mind telling us a little bit about yourself and about Michael Kors?
Yeah, of course, Kim. Thank you for having me. So, hello, everyone. I'm Jordan Bowery. I'm the Senior Director of Retention Marketing and Global CRM for Michael Kors. I've been here for coming up to 10 years this month, so very exciting. I did 5 years in our London office and 5 years in New York, which is why my accent might be a bit deceiving here. My team oversees all retention marketing channels, email, SMS, why we're talking with Attentive, direct mail, etc., as well as our loyalty program, our clienteling program in store, and managing our customer database. A bit about Michael Kors. Michael Kors is an iconic American designer-led fashion brand with over 43 years of history in the luxury fashion space. We've been partnered with Attentive since Q3 of last year, and already in that short time, we're seeing a great return on that partnership. So I'm very excited to be talking with them today.
Amazing. Glad to hear it. Well, you took the words out of my mouth. Michael Kors is a truly iconic and longstanding retailer. Given your years of experience in the retail world, how do you view the current retail landscape, and what's most important to you when you're creating your marketing strategy for the upcoming year?
Yeah, it's a great question. So I think retail is becoming more and more competitive, and consumer expectations are rapidly evolving. And I think it's more important than ever to stand out and really, to use a cliche phrase, to meet the customer where they are. And I think mobile marketing is really becoming a really key way that we're driving that strategy. Again, even more competitive now than sometimes the desktop space. So we really saw a big lift when we looked at SMS, because we felt it was such a more personal and intimate channel than maybe email. Everyone's used to receiving tons of emails in their inbox, but the idea of receiving something into your messages inbox can be quite intrusive. So we always want to be a bit more mindful of stuff like that. A funny anecdote is our president once, when we were in a meeting, she stopped the meeting because she received a text and was like, "Oh, Jordan's texting me now." And it's although it wasn't me, it kind of shows how customers view the experience of receiving something into their inbox. And beyond the anecdote, we really hope to cultivate that same experience across all of our customer base.
Yep, definitely. I mean, to your point, a recent Gartner study shared that 90% of US consumers own a smartphone and 85% of them use them regularly, which honestly, I'm surprised that stat's not higher, but that's exactly the way that we chat with our brands today. It's really important to be breaking through that noise, especially on mobile, given that people are always on their phones. So mobile marketing is essential for that customer engagement. So when you started working with Attentive, how did you think about balancing the need to be on mobile with breaking through that crowded space? And how did working with Attentive help you achieve that?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing was the data that you guys have. I think firstly, Attentive really helped us grow our program, which is kind of where it started. I mean, I think it's where we needed to scale really quickly. And I think Attentive had a lot of out-of-the-box acquisition tactics that we leveraged very quickly to grow our database very quickly. And then once we grew the data, having all of it in one place and available to use for kind of this rich segmentation and a lot of options for driving behavioral triggers really opened up another avenue that we hadn't considered before. So I think that was really the big thing. I think the way Attentive treat data, I think, is very different in the space to other companies we've looked at and worked with, and I think that was really appreciative for us, because I think it has allowed us to scale and then go deeper in our personalization efforts, and really seeing really good returns on the channel. So it's been great.
Totally. Yeah. Once you get past that sort of like initial list growth phase where your core goal is just to make sure that that subscriber base is growing at a really healthy rate, it's important to take advantage of all of the data at your disposal to really kind of curate those very personalized experiences, segment out your audience, which is one of the ways, I agree with you, Jordan, that I think Attentive really stands out. We have that mobile first sort of way of navigating data that I think is really, really useful for our clients. So what were some of the ways that you leveraged SMS to stand out? And what are some of your upcoming goals with SMS that you think would continue helping you cut through that noise?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think for me, it all comes back to the data again. I think having that rich data really allowed us to personalize a lot of what we did. So like I mentioned over Q3, and that's really our key kind of time period. And already over Black Friday, we were able to really curate the experience across all of our channels for our customers. And I think Attentive were a very big part of that. So being more intentional about what a customer was receiving. So if you're opted into both email and SMS, we can create that kind of more personalized experience around a customer's preferred channel and really maximize our revenue opportunities and preserve costs, which was really helpful for us. I think when we onboarded with you guys, we did a lot of testing to really understand what worked, SMS versus MMS, send time, all of this stuff that we hadn't done before. And I think now we have this really well-oiled program because we know what works, and we've just optimized into everything that we know what works. I think going forward, the kind of two things, and again, I'm going to sound like a broken record, I think it's more about the data, just because it's been such an untapped potential for us. I think more about now we've collected that data and we have access to it, like actually leveraging it. I think we've done a fairly good job already with segmentation, but I think that's really where I want to dig in further this year with the team, really kind of going deeper in what we're able to do and just making the content as relevant as possible for the customer. And I think the second thing we really want to leverage a bit more of is one of the things that appealed about Attentive as well is the kind of deep integration of like partner network you have. There was a lot of very similar partners that we had, and I think how we can leverage our whole tech stack to deliver those kind of more relevant communications is going to be really key for us this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You said a couple of things there that I definitely wanted to double click on. First and foremost, testing, right? That's definitely one of the most important key factors of any SMS program, email program, whatever it might be, because luxury brands like Michael Kors, we hear a lot from them around, maybe discounts and sales aren't always at your disposal, right? So being able and open to test things like MMS, like that really personalized segmentation that you're talking about, getting more into, Jordan, is super, super important and will lead to more success. But you also did bring up our partner network. So obviously, the reason why we're here today, Michael Kors is a big Attentive and Bazaarvoice customer. Can you tell me a little bit more about how you plan to use some of those integrations with Bazaarvoice or any other technology that might be in your stack that you're looking to sort of, work in tandem with Attentive on?
Yeah, of course. Bazaarvoice are a key partner for us across the business, and particularly our site team have done a fantastic job with Bazaarvoice and with the ratings and review stuff, as well as then the UGC stuff in partnership with our social team. I think the team had won an award actually, so that's really exciting. So we're doing a lot there. We've partnered with them from a CRM perspective on really making sure the ratings and review collection around email has been as optimized as possible and making sure that's the best experience, and also analyzing that data as well. So we've been really excited with what we've been able to do with them so far. I think we really value customer feedback at Michael Kors, and ratings and reviews is one of the best ways to get that direct customer feedback and help us improve as a business. So we're opening up more hopefully going to start doing a kind of store rating review experience, which is going to be really exciting, as well as then obviously partnering with you guys around SMS. I think there's a real opportunity to start collecting reviews via SMS, thanking people for their reviews. We also integrate our reviews into our loyalty program, so there's an opportunity to talk around loyalty there. And I think it just gives us another kind of nugget to talk about to the customer. I think the other partnership we've already taken advantage of with Attentive, which has been good, is Mention Me. Mention Me is our small but mighty referral program. I think leveraging our biggest fans to become advocates of the brand and do our customer acquisition for us, it's always great. It's been highly impactful for us at acquiring and retaining customers, but we want to grow it. And we saw SMS as a real opportunity. We noticed through Mention Me that a lot of our customers are sharing via SMS. So let's make it easier for them and kind of reward them via SMS as well. So that's been really impactful. We went live with that recently, and that's already seen some really good traction. So we're really excited about that one too.
Yeah, that's super exciting. Anyway, I find that with the brands that I work with, any way that you can tap into sort of that reward or kind of VIP vibe within your SMS program is huge, right? So being able to do that with Bazaarvoice. There was also kind of a really great example that I saw with Michael Kors where you're able to sort of segment based off of the type of reviews that the person is posting via Bazaarvoice. So being able to sort of segment out, again, just another way of kind of tapping into your audience and being able to personalize that content based off of the reviews that they've left in the past is another really, really great idea of how to leverage the integration. All right, so it seems like we got just a couple of minutes left. So I'll sort of just kind of ask you, what are you most excited about in 2025, whether that's for Michael Kors as a brand, your SMS program, your Bazaarvoice program, kind of what's most exciting for you?
Yeah, I was going to ask, is that in life or professionally? But I guess it's a bit sad that my answer is the same for both. So I'll answer it anyway. I think for us, 2024 was really a kind of big foundational year for us, kind of getting all the kind of puzzle pieces in place to really kind of modernize our tech stack and do all that really cool stuff. We've really built the foundation to kind of jump off now, and I think 2025 is where we can really unleash that potential. Talked a lot about data. We've done a lot of like building the groundwork there, and now it's really how we connect all these customer experiences together and really deliver a personalized experience for customers wherever they interact with us as a brand. And I think that's that kind of omni-channel connected customer, personalized, all those buzzwords, I think is really where we're looking to go in 2025. And I think we're in a really good position to capitalize on that this year. So I'm really excited there.
That's great. Yeah. Bespoke is another very big buzzword that we've been using this year. But no, for me, I think, yes, definitely. Yeah. For me, having the chance to work with brands like Michael Kors that, again, are really excited about the data that we can offer you guys, the support that we can offer, anything that we're able to test that would sort of lean into that more personalized, standing out in the inbox sort of situation is really exciting for me as well. So just to wrap things up, thank you so much, Jordan, for the time today. It was great to hear all about the exciting things that Michael Kors is doing with Attentive and Bazaarvoice. Again, if you're interested in learning more about Attentive, please check out the link in the chat or scan the QR code that I think is going to be popping up on the screen shortly here. Also, if you're headed to Shop Talk in Vegas, Attentive will be there, Jordan will be there, Bazaarvoice will be there. We'd love to have you join us at our Transformation Lounge with Bazaarvoice. We'll have dice and blowouts, makeup tutorials, espresso martinis, and more. So there's definitely something for everybody. But thank you all so much for joining. Jordan, any last parting words?
No, thank you for having us. It's been a great partnership with Attentive so far, and we're really excited to see where 2025 takes us.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much, Jordan, and thank you everyone for joining and for having us today.
Thanks, everyone.
Okay, thank you all.